Today, we begin making Montana a playground for the elite. I'll destroy everything they fought for.
I'm trying to prevent a war here. It ain't preventable.
1923 is the most successful of the Yellowstone spinoffs. It takes place in Montana, a very difficult time, a hard winter, played mostly by grizzled characters, including stars. But one, Michelle Randolph, is a young woman, and she has to cope with it. I asked about it.
That's a great question. I think that so much of our show, filming in Montana, was extremely helpful. And we had such realistic sets. I mean, the wardrobe was like authentic vintage pieces. And I think just really getting into the mindset of my character and pulling from certain things that I've been through in my life, like combining the two of those really helped with just the intensity of 1923.
You have to draw upon yourself. That's what actors do. And at the same time, you have to play characters that are quite different from you in different ways. Could you talk about the process as you're kind of looking at this and finding how to integrate those two things?
I think everyone experiences a hardship in their life, and like remembering that feeling and then channeling it into a character in those circumstances is, I guess, my process with that. Every character I play is very personal to me, and I feel very protective over them because it is like a part of me at the end of the day. Like, I put a lot of myself into it.
The location, when it's real, you can really enter into a fantasy world, can you not? Have you dealt with the green screen situation? Can you compare the two if you have?
I have, and I mean, I think definitely being in the actual elements is so much easier for acting. Like you play a less, you don't have to play as much make-believe. But I will say it was very cold in some of the scenes in this season. So there were moments where I was like, you know what, a green screen would be kind of nice right now.
Well, you see, now that's the way it would have been. You see, that's where I end this where I begin. We have lived in such a good period of time compared to what they did.
Truly.
So I'm sorry, but I'm glad you got cold. It simply made you even more a believable character.
Thank you. Me too, actually, now that I'm away from it.
Fair enough. Thank you so much for giving your time. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Flicks with Patrick Stoner explores the craft and culture of filmmaking that enhance our communities for television stations and websites around the country.